Hi guys, welcome to Let's Go Fishing. Today we're fishing Roodeplaat Dam just outside of Pretoria, and it's been a while since I've been here. I must say it looks stunning, it's clean, it's open, there's no hyacinth that's going to bother us today. We're fishing the old Northern Transvaal grounds, which is basically at the end of the road that goes past the Poort primary school. So it is one of those places when the fishing is hot, you must come, because there's some really good quality fish to be caught here, and but it's not always on. We've had word that there's some nice fish coming out, so that's why we're here, and we're going to try and catch a couple and show you what we do and what we catch them with. So my first rod is ready to go back out, sliding red fly trace, LL Signature Series millibomb. And then on the millibomb, that yellow, our yellow Raptor, and that red is the Almond Supreme. So just something on Almond Supreme. Almond Supreme is my original recipe muti, and if it doesn't come in a Signature Series bottle, it's a copy and it's not the original muti. And there's a lot of people asking me, why aren't we catching with Almond Supreme? And when I asked them, listen, what are you fishing, what make? They tell me they're fishing another make. Buddy, you're not fishing Almond Supreme. Fish the Signature Series Almond Supreme, fish that with a Raptor, you're going to catch a lot. I'm going to get this in. This rod is going to go around about 95 meters. We're fishing with Cornelius from Ultimate Anglers today. We'll introduce him a bit later on the show, but this rod is ready to go out, and before the dips dry onto the bomb, let me get it out. Let's go fishing. Like I mentioned earlier, it's been a while since I've fished Roodeplaat, and I did fish Roodeplaat quite often when I was living in Pretoria in my days when I was still a police officer. Yes, I was a police officer, watch out for you guys. And back in the day we used to fish HKGK a lot, and so HKGK, we recently changed the name of the HKGK floats, which is still in my box, to level 5. So same thing, this is still the HKGK. So when you go into the shops and you're looking for the HKGK floats, just ask for the level 5 floats. We just changed the name. It's the same thing at the end of the day. Because level 5 does so well, we decided let's give everybody a level 5 float, and we basically just changed the name, and it's working. It has always been working. We put level 5 in our feed. We fish level 5 as a bull dip. It always works, especially in the Vaal River system, Vaal Dam, Bloemhof, everywhere we go, but also here in Roodeplaat, and also especially at Rietvlei when we fish there. So I'm just going to put 2 level 5 oozing floats on. One I'm going to back up with a white doe, and the other one I'm not going to back up. And the reason why I'm doing that, the top one, normally I don't back that up. I want that to be a bit more buoyant in the water. Sometimes when the fish do feed a bit skittish, that is the hook that they're going to pick up. So just one thing, when the bigger fish in Roodeplaat does come out, you'll see that I'll take off my my top hook, because I don't want the second hook to snag up or to hook the fish in the body when we play them out, especially when it's bigger fish, because we are fishing very light hook lengths. So that's my little piece of white doe behind the bottom of HKGK float, and then on the top hook, on the shaft line of the trace, I'm just going to put that there. Both of these will be pushed lightly into the ball. I just want to show you guys one thing. I don't hook the hook into the bomb. What I do, I take the rounding of the hook and I just press it lightly into the millibomb, just like that. I don't want the sharp end of the hook to go in like that. You might hook that into a little piece of popcorn or something. You're going to get the bite, but you won't hook the fish. On this rod, chop chop, once again, original muti. If it doesn't come in a Signature Series bottle, it's simply not chop chop, it's a fake. And with that, I'll be fishing a little bit of TNT. Just a little drop of TNT, just like that, and I'm just going to paste it like that, not too much, and that's how it's going to go out. This rod is going to go a bit further. I'm going to fish this at around about 115 meters. I've got a mark on my reel. I fished with this reel on the weekend at Bloemhof, so the line is marked at 115 meters. I'm going to cast it out. When that mark goes out, I'm just going to stop the trace from going any further, and that's where I'll fish it for the day. Let's get it out. As I mentioned earlier, we're fishing with Cornelius from Ultimate Anglers. Now, Ultimate Anglers is a fishing shop in Pretoria. It's Eastland, eh?
Yeah, Eastland.
In Eastland, yeah. So they stock all the Signature Series products. Cornelius, you got a fish on you?
Ja, dis sit so 4 spesies stokkies wat ons daar uitsit so op die kant. 2 tiger nuts en 2 millie stokkies. En ja, hy het besluit om die tiger nut bietjie op te tel. Hopelijk is het bietjie 'n beter vis.
Okay, great. Is Roodeplaat known as a specimen dam?
Die dam het nooit spesie het nooit vlam gevat in die dam nie. Ons het laas jaar vir die eerste jaar het ons bietjie spesie sessies kom doen hierso en ons het gesien dit tel op. Die vis begin al hoe beter en meer byt op die spesie. So en van daar af elke keer as kom sit ons maar 2 of wat stokke in vir die spesie. Altyd het ou net 'n bietjie beter kans om groot kaaps te vang.
Okay, and biggest fish out so far for you on species?
9.5.
Okay, that's a nice fish.
It's 'n mooi vis. Ons het al die 9.5 gekry op die gewone papgooi ook. Maar ou weet altyd jy het 'n kans om 'n bietjie beter vis te vang op die spesie.
Okay, no, great stuff. Cornelius, is it alright if we put your shop number on with the shop name on the screen?
Enig iemand kan kom gesels daar by ons by shop vir raad. As julle kom hengel hier so by Roodeplaat, ons hengel hom gereeld so ons weet wat hier aangaan. Julle is almal welkom enige tyd. Kan my ook WhatsApp
onder daai lyn hoor.
Sal my nommer en goedjies opsit hierso. Kan julle my kontak, ons koerier ook landwyd alles.
Great stuff.
Ons stok meeste van die goedjies in die winkel. Dit wat ons het, bestel ou.
So if guys want Signature Series products and they can't get it, they can get it from you.
Ja, in my winkel.
Awesome stuff.
Dit wat ons nie het nie, kry ons vinnig.
Yeah, great stuff. This fish is coming in closely. It's under my one line now. We're gonna hickle a bit, like they say in Afrikaans. And I saw my shallow rod dropped into the water. I think there's a fish on as well. Let's see what's happening here. Well done, Bura. What a nice fish. What was the weight?
9.7.
Yes, well done. And basically on a pineapple tiger nut.
Yeah.
So that's the bait. If you come to Roodeplaat, bring your chop tigers. They're gonna eat it. Well done. So this is a really healthy fish. Condition is flippin' awesome. It's a bit difficult today, but we've had a couple of fish now in the last hour, so hopefully it's gonna come on now. Well done. Let's get it back. You want to grab a photo? Let me grab my phone. Let's grab a photo. We've got a bite here on the right hand rod. Just had a lekker reel run. Where are you? Boom chakalaka. Ooh, it's there. What I did on the rod, I brought it a bit shallower. Corey's son on my right hand caught a small fish, and when he cast it, I saw it was around about that 80 meters, and this morning I had this at around about 100 meters, and it just didn't happen. And there was a lot of fish activity on that 80-85 meters. So lesson learned, cast where they are. They're not going to come to where you are. If you see that fish activity, just cast there. That's where they're active, that's where they're going to eat. This fish is going under my other line. Before I go into the water, this is on the Raptor and the TNT. Man, what a fish. It feels big. Let's go see if we can get it out. I have to go into this green muck now. I don't like that, but let's go. That's what I like about these bright leaders. I can see where my fish is, and if it touches the other line, I can see what the line reacts like, and it tells me what to do. Come. And in this green water, the fish can't see me, but still you have to be still, because they can feel that movement of the net, and then sometimes just as you want to net them, they react and they swim away from you. Come here. I'm here. You're swimming in the wrong direction. Here we go. Boom chakalaka. These are my first Roodeplaat copy for 2024. Wag, dat ek hom nie weer kry. Alright, laat ek dit so. Ja man. Okay, kop daai kant toe. Sorry bro. Sy vind dit nou hier nie net ingegaan. Okay, is jy reg? Alright, there's my first Roodeplaat kaap for 2024. Not too bad. On that Raptor and the TNT. The float was that Banlik float, but I think I'm going to go to a garlic float and maybe add something bun spicy to it. The color of the water when it's green like this, in the bushveld and where we are, we normally fish bun spice and aniseed. So I think I'm going to make a little bit of a change up. Maybe throw some bun spice 101 with that Raptor. See if I can get a quicker bite. Let me get this one back. Try and catch another one. Thank you, little fishy. I'm making a change. So SWG float, that's going to go on the bottom. And then on the top hook, I'm going to throw our bun spice 101 float. The chit chat on the bank is that the bun spice float has come through very well over the course of the last week or so. And I don't often fish these floats. I fish them in the Valdam and I fish them in Bloemhof, and the color and the smell and everything in this float just comes together. I'm backing it up with a white dough behind both, and just the reason for that is sometimes at Roodeplaat you do find patches with softer bottom, and what I like to do is the following. So I'll put a little piece of white dough behind, but I'll make it long like that, just so if you hit one of those soft patches, that is going to lay on top of the mud. If you find one of those muddy patches, it won't sink into it, and it just makes it easier for the carp to locate your hook bait as well. On this side we're doing exactly the same, just like that. And then of course just a piece of dough on top here to stop that top hook from sliding up too far up on the shaft line. I'm making a change, like I said, Black Magic or Bun Spice 101. So Black Magic is the old name, Bun Spice 101 is the new name. You can see in my box I still haven't changed it, like that. Don't be afraid with this one. And then Raptor, yellow Raptor with that. A lot of dip. When they want it, you give it to them. Let's get that out. I've got another fish on the line here on that short rod with that Bun Spice 101 and the Raptor. It doesn't feel like a big fish, but it's a result, and on a quiet day I'll take any result. So big or small, we catch them all. We don't pre-feed, we rock up like you guys rock up, and we just try and catch a couple of fish. Not a big fish. Oh, and the barbel just turned right in front of me. I'm not even getting into the water for this one. Small copy. Let's get it. Come here. Come here. Small fish, let's get it back and catch his big brother. There we go. Right, my right hand rod, which is my shallow rod, the 85-meter rod's ready to go back out. On top, the Bun Spice 101, and then the Raptor, yellow Raptor, and then on the top hook there, that Bun Spice 101 float. And on the bottom hook, the SWG float, both with that longish white dough. I apologize for the background noise. There's some anglers that they don't know how it works, but it's alright. Let's go fishing. I've decided to make a change away from the Almond Supreme and the Raptor on this rod, and I'm going to adjust to something similar that I've done on the shallow rod, because the shallow rod has given a couple of fish now and we've only had one bite on the deep rod. So I'm going to throw on this rod a hard garlic float instead of the soft garlic float. So that's going to go on the bottom hook, and I'm going to back that up with quite a biggish white dough. I'll do that just now. And then on the top hook, I'm going to go to a Kiana oozing float, just for the color, and that's to get it the same as the Bun Spice 101 float, which I will also back up with a longish white dough. All right, let's back that up quickly, and then we'll add the dips. Dip wise, I'm going to do chop chop, and I'm going to do one of the new dips in our range, which is the Ching Chong Cha, something that I have fished a lot of late. I just say, if they want to have something spicy, bun spicy, or we can do, I think let's change that up. I'm going to put 3 dips on. Now that for me is actually a no-no. Let me show you what we do. So we're going to add some chop chop, not too much. We're going to add some Ching Chong Cha, not too much. I'll paste it like that, and then 1 drop of Spitfire, just like that. That's how I'm going to throw it. So I just want to do the Spitfire like that. Let's get it out and see what happens. I've got a fish on my right hand rod. I was just about to change the left hand rod. The policeman dropped into the water and nothing came of it, and as I pulled it out, the right hand rod picked up. Doesn't feel like a big fish, but it's a fish and it's a result, and on a quiet day it helps a lot, especially when the camera is rolling. The chop chop and the Ching Chong Cha is creating havoc all over the country at this moment. Everywhere where people fish that combination, it works really well. So if you're looking to fish something spicy with chop chop, remember that combination. It works well in the Valdam, works well everywhere where chop chop works. So give it a bash, especially in Klipdrift near Potch. It works very, very well there as well. Not a big fish that I've got on the line. Like we say at Let's Go Fishing, big or small, we catch him all. There we go. We're handling the fish over the water, so if it jumps out of my hand, it won't get hurt. This fish is actually hot, so the water is very hot, and that tells me we need to get into deeper water where it's a bit cooler. Not a big fish, but a nice fish after all. I'm going to release it, rebait, see if we can catch another one before we go home. Let's get it back. Guys, while we're waiting for our next bite, we're going to address one of our Facebook questions. And one of the questions that came up on our Facebook page is for me to discuss the sliding red flay trace that I'm using and just break it down for you all. So this is basically my sliding red flay trace. So I'm going to break it down. This we call the shaft line. It's made out of 24-pound XX high vis, the normal white one. You can also use the 27-pound, but 24-pound for bank angling is more than sufficient. It lasts, and you won't break it with a cast off or something like that. We make a loop at the top end of the shaft line, and it's basically either a figure 8 knot or just a overhand knot that is turned over on itself 3 times. I like to make this loop nice and big so that I can hook it on my stand like this when I bait up. It's just easier, and it to manipulate the mealy bomb when I put it on, so I can basically grab the sinker like that, use the line to cut the mealy bomb into the mill, and then just pull the weight onto the mealy bomb and just squeeze that nice and tight onto the mealy bomb. So my shaft line is between 25 and 30 centimeters long. I don't really measure it out to an exact measure. Some of them is 30 centimeters and some of them is like 26 centimeters and even as short as 25. Where there's silt, you can always look at shaft lines that is a bit longer. Then on top of the sinker, I've got a little bead. So this bead basically slides up and down the line. So when I don't put a little piece of dough on my shaft line to prevent the top hook, which is attached to a swivel, when this moves up, that bead will ensure that this rotates, because as you cast it, it gets a helicopter effect. That bead ensures that it keeps on rotating and it doesn't tangle up with your main line. Take that bead away, that swivel is going to get stuck on the knot because it's not as smooth as the bead, and it's going to wrap around your main line. So that bead on top is crucial. Then I'm just going to take the sinker off just to show you here. I built my red flay traces on a quick link, as we say. And what is nice about this quick link is you can put any size weight on there. This is M1 that I put on here. I can just easily take it off. If the wind picks up, I can put a 1.5 on, or if I feel this is too heavy, I can take it off and slide on a M0. On the bottom of the trace, there's another bead on top of the swivel where the shaft line is attached to, and again that bead basically protects the knot from the weight and from the quick link, because if you get downward pressure onto something hard like the swivel, that line might get hurt, and a couple of casts later you're gonna get a snap off there. But when that bead's on there, it ensures that everything stays loose, your sinker stays loose, your mealy bomb stays loose, and you've got free movement on your shaft line. The hook link on the bottom, the hook link on the top, that's made out of 7-pound double extreme abrasion, the chameleon, the brown one. And the length of these hook lengths is between 10 to 12 centimeters. Once again, I don't measure it out exactly to the exact distance, either 10, 11 or 12. It's there and thereabout. I've done so many traces, I can tie them with my eyes closed, and it's going to be between 10 to 12 centimeters every single time. The hooks that I'm using when I'm fishing for muddies, I use Daiichi hooks. We are busy, we're in the process of bringing in signature series hooks, so be on the lookout for that. That will be here soon. But for now I'm using Daiichi hooks. I'm a fan of the 08s, the number 1s and the number 2s. Number 2s is taking it a bit extreme for me when we fish bluemouth. and there's bigger fish to be caught, then I'll use the number 2s, or when the tempo is really high, I'll use those number 2s. Otherwise it's 08s and number 1s for me. But if I have to choose one hook to fish for the rest of my life, it will most probably be a number 1. It's a good all-round hook. You can catch muddies with it, you can catch carp with it. My biggest fish on a DH55 number 1 is a 18.9 kilo barbel and a 15.96 kilo carp in Roodeplaat. So it is a hook that's extremely sharp, extremely strong, and if you play the fish nicely, you can land a really big fish with it. So that's my sliding reed flies in a nutshell for you guys. We are also in the process here at Signature Series to have a look at the possibility to start making traces for the market, but we're going to do it a bit upmarket, and I want to be able to take traces off the shelf and go and fish a national championships with it. So we're doing a bit of homework. We're waiting for our hooks. As soon as our hooks arrive, that's most probably going to happen. But like I said, that's my reed fly trace in a nutshell for you. If you do it like we do it, it's definitely going to catch a lot of fish for you. This is my all-time favorite trace. If my life is on the line, this is the trace that I'm going to use to defend it. So it works for me, it will work for you. Guys, another question that we had on our YouTube channel is about the reels that I started using not too long ago. So this is the Daiwa Crosscast 5500 QD. Now the QD stands for the quick drag, and there's a bit of confusion out there in the market. Everybody's asking me, why are you going away from bait runners? This is still a bait runner reel. So let me tell you how this reel works. So the QD, quick drag, means simply one thing: half a turn of, I'm going to let me make it fast for you. So that's fast now. So it's, you can cast with this reel now. You can make a cast with a 5-ounce lead, and that spool is not going to move, it's not going to slip. I can really pull it. I'll pull my rod off the stand with it. So the beauty of this reel, and what I love about this, is technology has developed over years to replace the bait runner. So, and there's no need to replace a bait runner. This reel just has less working parts, and therefore I say this is eventually going to replace the bait runners, because there's less things that can go wrong. Look at how easy this is. So it's still fast. You can make a cast with it. So basically half a turn of the drag in front will get you into bait runner mode. Half a turn back gets it fast again. Alright, so that's how easy this reel works. The other things that I like about this reel is it is super fast. It's got a power handle. Sometimes not a good idea with a light line if you want to wind a small fish in, because you put a lot more drag on the fish than with a normal reel. But if you retrieve a lead, or if you missed a fish, or if you just want to rebait, just put some tension on the line with your left hand and crank that reel. It's going to get to you twice as fast as a normal reel at a distance of, say, 100 meters plus. The other thing is it's got a nice big spool, but the big spool is not everything. It's got a long spool. So the longer the spool, the further you're going to cast. Especially with the move towards thicker line, the 0.25 lines, this reel is definitely going to give you more distance than your normal conventional bank angling reels that we got used to over the years. I'm not bashing any other reels. On my short rod, I'm still fishing a Shimano, but that's becoming my short rod reels now, because we have to move to thicker line. So until we move back to thinner line, that's how it's going to be. This Daiwa Crosscast reel really brought new dimensions to my fishing, and extremely good value for money, way cheaper than the competitive reels out there in its class. and the beauty of this is you get double spools with this reel. You get a deeper spool, you get a shallow spool. The guys that's doing specimen carp fishing, they use these reels. The bank anglers use these reels, and I foresee in the near future there's a lot of bank anglers fishing competitively that's going to use these. It is just something that works for me, and like we say here, if it works for me, it's definitely going to work for you. Go have a look at them in your shops. Remember the name, Daiwa Crosscast, 5500 QD. We'll show you how the box of this reel looks. It is just simply a stunning reel. It's a bit dirty now, bit of millibomb on it. I fished 4 weekends in a row now. So, but if they cleaned up, man oh man, lovely reel to fish with. Go have a look at them in store. Another stunning feature of this reel is the line lay. The way it winds up your line. No hassles, no matata. This reel compares with the best of the best. The line lay is 100% immaculate, perfectly correct, and it enables you to make those longer casts. It helps your line last longer, and it's just simply awesome. After all of that information I just gave you, I just want to give you guys something nice. The guy behind the camera, David Faber, he's got a business of his own, David Faber Videography. So David does a lot of functions. He does weddings, he does school concerts, man, you name it, he can video and edit it for you. So if any of you is interested in getting something done, wanting to have a special moment captured on camera and on film, at the end of this program David will post his contact details. Please give him a shout. He's professional. He makes my fish look bigger, so he'll make you look skinnier on your wedding, and he'll make you look very good on your bachelors, not as drunk. So give David a call, and like I said, he's my right hand in Let's Go Fishing. He does everything for me, and yeah, he'll make it work for you as well. There's a bite here. That's a nice thing about this reel. Boom chakalaka. Just a slight turn and you can crank the handle and wind into the fish, and now it's just one click at a time to get the right drag setting to fight your fish. Oh man, this is not a big one, but it's a fish after all, and a result. And on a difficult day like this, it's always awesome. There was a big thunderstorm last night in Pretoria, and normally the day after a thunderstorm the fishing is a bit tougher. Yesterday they caught a lot of fish here, and that's why we came here. But that's always the best day of fishing, the day before you came and the day after you went away. Man, we hammered them. That's how it works. That's fishing for you. And yeah, not every day is fishing day or catching day, but every day is fishing day. Let's go in and get this fish. Oh man, like I just said, not every day is catching day, but every day is fishing day. My fish just came off. We're just human, it happens to us as well. Sorry guys, I'll catch another one. I've got a fish on one of the specimen rods. It just ripped off, and Cornelius told me to catch it because our daylight's running out. We lost a couple of crucial fish off camera, and that is one of the negative things about Roodeplaat. Sometimes you can get snagged up, but just be careful when you fish. I would rather fish a thicker hook link, like something like a 10-pound hook line. One of the snags that I hooked into and lost a fish on is just a loose branch that I hooked. Not a big branch, but just big enough to cause enough drag for me to lose the fish. And then the branch came out and the fish stayed behind. So just fish a slightly thicker hook link, something like a 0.25 extreme abrasion. That's going to get your fish out. You can put a bit more pressure on it, and that will work. So horses for courses, like they say. This feels like a really nice fish. Let's hope it stays on. Let's hope it doesn't get snagged up. I'm putting a bit more pressure on it. I'm not giving it its way, I'm giving it my way. Let's get it out. Thank you, Cornelius. That's a nice fish, around about 4.5 kgs. Beautiful Roodeplaat carp. Man, oh man, what a day. It's been a tough day. Hopefully next time when we do a Roodeplaat session, I think it will be in the winter. Maybe the Roodeplaat carp will smile on us. But this is a nice fish. Another rod has just gone off, and it seems like they're coming on. Whenever you visit Roodeplaat, just do what we did. It works for us. Normally we catch a lot better fish. But if you don't know what to do, and if you want some proper information, just contact Cornelius at Ultimate Anglers. He'll put you in connection with the right stuff, and he'll help you with advice for this. Guys, we gotta pack up, we gotta go home. Until next time, see you again, and remember, when it works for us, it will definitely work for you. Alright, let's get this baby back.